Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. Oh my God, guys, I cannot believe that it's Friday right now. I'm like, oh. We went out last night. It was fun. We went to Republic in downtown Charleston, Levis Place, and we had a great time. It was a lot of fun, but I'm like, I'm too old for this shit. I can't do this. I'm not the same. This is not 20-year-old Adam. That bitch is dead. Yet here I am. All right, guys. So I'm Delulu. If you guys have not, caught the hot, messy topics that we did today with Kim from Bravo Breaking News, then definitely go be a part of the replay crew. But if you did, then thanks. Make sure you smash that like button, show some love. We're back to dissect a few little audio clips from the Valley and Vanderpump Rules. And with that, go.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
So the ladies are fighting, and we're not surprised. We're not surprised when the ladies fight. You want to know why? Because I feel like it would be more surprising if they weren't fighting. Because that's exactly what they do. That's how the show keeps going, and they just talk shit about each other. And I get it. I understand how the game works. So, all right. I'm going to play a clip for you. Here we go. Thank you to Bravo Snarkside. Kristen, Doute, Sheena and Lala not joining the Valley. It's not my fault that Sheena and Lala decided to buy 2 houses each.
Rumors that like Sheena and Lala are leaving Vanderpump and coming over to your show. Is that happening? How do you feel about that?
No, I'm
How would
so
you feel about
happy
that?
our creator, Alex Baskin, just recently did an interview with
Shut that
Hollywood
down,
Reporter,
yeah.
and he said, keeping our cast is bursting at the seams. We're not bringing anybody over. Yes. We don't need them. We did it on
You
our
don't
own.
need it.
Yeah.
And also I feel like that would feel then having them coming from this show that's huge and has been on the air for so long coming in. It's like your cast has worked hard on your own to start something new and different. And like
I would love for like Schwartz to pop over like on an episode or something. But
crossover.
It's not my fault that Sheena and Lala decided to buy 2 houses each.
Period.
There are all the rumors that like Sheena and Lala are leaving Vanderpump and coming over to your show.
I want to say, so I can tell you how this is going to go. Because I love me some Kristen, Doute. Also some Sheena and Lala. Like, I don't have a dog in this fight. I can tell you how they're already going to clap back at this. Lala and Sheena, to have 2 houses each is obviously not embarrassing. That's like a huge accomplishment. And they're going to be like, it's not our fault that you live in an apartment. It's not our fault that you sold your house. It's not our fault. They're going to be like, Lala is clapping back at this for sure. So is Sheena. They're clapping back at this for sure. But I kind of felt, just to kind of go back to what Kristen is saying about what Alex Baskin said to the Hollywood Reporter, I kind of felt that that was going to be the general consensus, that the cast did not probably want some of the Vanderpump Rules co-stars over, because it is a competing show in a weird way, even though they're sort of like, they coincide a little bit and they have like these little cross pollinating scenes, whatever it is. But I feel like for Kristen knows if Lala were to come on the show, her and Lala are not in a good place and they're going to fight. And I think Kristen was like, oh, fuck. Like, now if you come on the show, I'm going to end up fighting with you. I don't want to fight with you. And thank God I don't have to deal with this right now. By the way, one more thing that I have to play for you guys from Bravo Snarkside. I wanted to share this because Billy Lee's losing it. Billy Lee responds to Victoria saying, girl, you're desperate enough to date Tom Sandoval. One, you're literally talking about one of your best friends or somebody you claim to be your best friend, somebody that you vouched for. You're desperate enough to date Tom Sandoval.
Relevant. For one, she's using text on a story because we don't want to see video of her literally slurring her words. That's what it's like when you have a conversation with that girl. And staying relevant. Like, girl, you're so desperate. You're dating Tom Sandoval. Like, what? Like, when's the last time you worked? Like, Tom wanted me to help get her an assistant because I hired him too. And I'm like, what does she do? She sleeps all day and parties all night. Like, the girl hasn't worked in years. And even, like, I think she got like one small little gig, and he's like, oh my God, Victoria's finally working. Like, the girl barely works. She cannot hold a job. She can barely hold a conversation. So what does she mean by relevant? Sweetie, I'm on tour.
Okay. Well, surprise! As of right now, I'm going to have Victoria on tonight to have this conversation. And this is going to be the first time that she's spoken out about it, which I'm actually really excited about because that's going to be so shady. And for Billie Lee, though, Billie Lee, I have been around on and off over a few years, and I just don't find Billie Lee to be a particularly, like, I don't find her to be a particularly nice person. I think that I mean, she wasn't nice to me. And then what I hate about it is people are afraid to say that she's not, like, oh, okay, well, Billie was rude. Well, you can't say that because Billie's a trans woman. I'm like, no, that's not fair. Like, that doesn't make you phobic of any kind. It just means that you're not necessarily the nicest person. And that's okay. Like, both things do not have to be true at the same time. You can see somebody and see how they operate and be like, you know what? That doesn't necessarily align with how I am, who I am, and who I want to surround myself with. Not have some sort of disdain or dislike for somebody because of their, like, who they are. That doesn't have to be true. And I hate that that's used in that way. I think it's so not fair. I just think it's evil because it's life ruining. But not done. Here we go. Bywig hello drama. Kristen Doute reveals her last texts with Lala and says Lala's friendship comes with conditions.
Lala for a second.
Oh, sure.
Lala recently, obviously, we watched the reunion on Vanderpump, and Lala has stressed authenticity to her peers.
To her peers.
And then recently, I believe she's been on her show talking about interactions between the two of you as it relates to your miscarriage. And it seems like some things have been not very clear.
Okay.
In terms of like who said what. And there were some text messages she's referenced, but it seems like I'm getting the impression she's been less than totally authentic in terms of sharing what has been in those messages as it relates to like how she responded to your miscarriage and whether she actually stepped up as a friend. And do you have any things to add or share regarding that interaction?
Have you ever talked about like why you guys don't get along, like are in an like
she
a little
talked about it on the Vanderpump after show. Briefly, you can hear Jeremiah, their producer, say like, what is going on with you and Kristen? And she brings up the whole interaction about Golnessa, Gigi.
Yeah.
And this is where it's like, oh God, people, Lala, I can't with you. So we got into a fight, if you will. She stopped speaking to me because I did this live podcast. I was pregnant at the time. I didn't want to do it, but I didn't want to back out last minute. So Luke and I went, lots of drunk people, not fun for me. I get on stage with Reza and Gigi from Shaw's. Gigi and I have never gotten along since the day I met her. She's never been nice to me. We don't fight. We don't speak. We never have. And she had made some shitty comment about Lala's parenting because I guess Gigi's friends with Randall. I didn't even know that. So there was like a live streaming video and I'm sitting between Gigi and Reza, like, and I even say a few times, like, why am I sitting in between you two? And she makes some comment and I just like, you can see me like lean back and I'm like uncomfortably laughing and like looking at Reza.
But it's more of like, if you watch it, I've watched it. It's more of a like, you don't see that and think she's laughing at that situation. She kind of just looks like,
I don't want to be up here right now. This is like, what the hell?
What are you saying?
And sorry, I didn't turn. What Lala expected me to do was to turn to Gigi and say, like, that's fucked up. Don't talk about my friend like that. Blah, 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 blah.
And you're
I
like, in
didn't.
hindsight, yeah,
Right.
sorry. Yeah. You
I was like, I
you
even
wanted
I
to do.
guess, but like again, does like Lala
Would she ever like stick up for me in
do
that
the
way?
shit
Right,
like that?
exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No.
But anyways, go ahead.
But I don't, but either way, it took me a bit to think about it in hindsight. Okay, I see that would, if I just would have said, like, listen, don't do this in front of me or something like that. It's also like a live freaking podcast with like all these people on stage. I was
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
You're gonna on a live.
You already
start a
don't like
fight
I
her.
know.
and
So
put yourself on an island
yeah.
while you are pregnant.
So I
many-
find out per Brittany that Lala says I'm dead to her because of
Okay, well, the drama is just continuing to drama. God. Shit. Just doesn't stop around here. Okay. I want to hear what you guys think. Guys, pop off in the comment section, please. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you're not subscribed over here to the Up and Adam channel, definitely go get subscribed. And I love you guys, and I'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.